Hey everybody, it's Darnell Crittenden from D10 Networks and Power Players. Excuse me, whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave a notification on so you not miss DTV as this. This is D's Word of the Night for Monday, August 11, 2025. Last time I checked my subscriber count, I was at 996. Now we're back down to 991. Come on, we are less than 9 subscribers away. So would you please? I will be well appreciated if we can hit that 1,000 mark, so we can take this show, as I will call it, to the next mission, if not the next level. Word of the night, I'm about to say right now. If better yet, I ain't gotta say the word. I'm gonna show you the word. Word of the night is this brand. Shout out goes out to the WWE Corporation, the WWE Enterprises, the WWE Network, Triple H is still the man, the TKO Entertainment, to the final boss, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I hate to say it, I'm starting to miss Vince McMahon just a little bit. Whew, let's get started. That was a mouthful. And to the viewer that's watching this show right now, again, thank you for even just stopping by. If you haven't sub to the show. Once you sub to the show, give me a thumbs up, and I'll make you a moderator. Word of the night is, what in the hell is going on with the WWE? I just said last year, and I did say this last year, about this brand right here, Netflix. And again, shout out goes out to the Netflix Corporation. Last year, WWE Raw was with USA and SmackDown for over 25 years. Okay, that's a hell of a long time. So they tried to do something new. So now Raw is on Netflix. Now keep in mind, Netflix is a movie streaming channel. I can't see that as far as, doing big things for pay-per-view. But nonetheless, it's on Netflix right now. Okay, cool. And as I was doing my research, as I've been hearing through the grapevine, that some of their shows are being canceled from here and there because, again, Netflix is not designed to do streaming. Okay. And I'm glad I did not get Netflix. Okay. Just to watch. And again, shout out goes out to Matt Unique, aka Prince Unique, aka Prince U Yeet. End of the month, we gonna team up on WWE 2K25, man. I know you got some surprises along the way. So trust me, end of the month. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna talk about this too. And my party, and you want to know what, Prince? My party's open up to 7 right now. You're more than welcome to stop in at your own discretion anytime. So again, it's open, first come, first serve. But let me get back to as far as Raw on Netflix right now. I said a prediction a year ago. I said this wouldn't last 2 years, and right now it's playing seesaw. It's going up, it's going down. You get the idea. And again, this shout out goes out to the WWE Corporation. You guys was with USA for 25 years. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stay where the hell you at. Not gonna break my state of direction, but I am gonna break a little to the point where you get what I'm saying. Stay where you belong. or as they say in the hood, stay in your lane. All right, because you guys are doing too much, and now I'm seeing it all on the internet, all on YouTube, all on Facebook. 2026 ain't even here yet, and now y'all making another mistake. Y'all gonna take um, pay-per-view on Peacock, okay? And Peacock been around since what, 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And the only reason why I got Peacock because of the WWE pay-per-view, and that's like, I don't mind paying $10, $12 a month, no problem. But now y'all gonna get rid of that from Peacock and put it on ESPN. Now, ESPN, it is a sports channel. Wrestling is still sports, but y'all trying to make the WWE network like on ESPN like a big Super Bowl party. It's not going to work. Okay? Y'all, again, you guys are doing too damn much. And get this, you think that's something. The price is going to be $29. In other words, you're going to be paying $30 more once it's transferred over to ESPN. WWE, let's get one thing straight. Y'all making y'all money. You see this? You got money off of this. You got money off of that. You sure in the hell got money off my title over there. The list goes on and on. If it's a W on it, your W, you're getting paid every time. And I'm going to tell you right now, if WWE Network goes to ESPN and I got to pay $30, I'm telling you right now in front of the world, that ain't happening. That's not happening. Get over it. That I rather let that $30 stay in the bank. In fact, it is gonna stay in the bank. Y'all ain't about to. And here's the killing part. Even though I got Peacock, I barely be at home right now to watch it because I work all the time. I'd be lucky to catch a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam or at least the last part of it. Okay, $40. That's a lot of money right now, and I can tell you the reason why. One of the reasons, another topic for another time, Trump. You get the message. Okay, this is the part where, when I said earlier in the show, I wish Vince McMahon was here. Now I'll admit, don't want to make a long story about it. Now I'll admit, Vince is a shrewd businessman, and again, shout out goes out to Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He's a shrewd businessman, very shrewd. And don't get me wrong, he been in and out the courtrooms, and he did a lot of crazy things behind the doors. But I can't say the one thing he can do. But what I can say about this, when it come down to business, I can say Vince McMahon does what's best for business. I can't say what he does what's right for business, but he did kept the brands together. He didn't go off and take the brand like the #1 flagship Raw and put it on Netflix. Hell, I could see Vince putting it back on USA, or hell, teaming up with Fox. You got NXT on Channel 9, and that's not even a flagship, and yet they still handling business. You can't take these corporations, something that big, $1 billion corporation, and add it to a television streaming program. It's not going to last, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. People subscribe and unsubscribe to Netflix all the time. As far as ESPN, I don't even watch ESPN. In fact, the last time I watched ESPN, I'm going to make a subject between the mid 80s and 90s, when it was the Jordan era. When everybody was keeping up with Michael Jordan, whether it was on 7529 ESPN, yeah, I didn't mind watching ESPN then. Now, no. You ain't about to see me watch it. Only way I'll watch ESPN now, when it's the Super Bowl season, then yeah, I could see that. But this, no. No, give me 1 second. I gotta wake up my tablet. But it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Ain't nobody about to pay for that. I wouldn't. Straight up. That's going too far. My my tablet always goes to sleep, so I'm about to wake it up right now. So now we talked about Netflix. Now let's talk about ESPN, which I just happened to mention. ESPN is good for sports. Now, wrestling is considered a sport just like everything else. But we're not talking about just any wrestling corporation. We're talking about the WWE. And if the WWE goes to ESPN and start charging us $30, okay, my my internet and cable bill, all that stuff right now. My internet and cable bill right now is over $200. Now, if I turn around and get, I'm just saying as an example, but nonetheless, it is pretty close to that. I get ESPN, even if I already have ESPN, and I have to pay an additional $30 just to watch the WWE network. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Uh-uh. Before I do that, I better invest stock in WWE because I'm not about to give Comcast, WWE Network, an extra $30 to watch pay-per-view. Even though I'm at work, my roommate at home, sometimes he'll watch it and keep it updated for me, and I appreciate that. But y'all not about to give my money. I better invest in stocks. At least I'd rather let my money work for me than work it against me. And I'm saying this to the WWE corporation. Y'all being corporate all over again in 2025. Okay, and that's wrong. Okay, the world the the, the, the world is off track right now. Again, because of Trump, another story for another time. Okay, because of this tariff act thing, another story for another time. I guess what I'm trying to say is, long story short, don't sit up here and make the product, and y'all don't know where the hell the profit is. In other words, you putting the product before the profit. I ain't about to jag $30 extra on this bill. No, man, it'll stay in the bank where it belongs. I'd rather let my money sit in the bank. At least I know it's safe, literally, than give ESPN and WWE an extra $30. This is the part right now where I mentioned earlier about Vince McMahon. If Vince was here, first thing he gonna say is, y'all gonna stop breaking up the brand. That would be his first business. And right now, I was watching a show earlier today when I was at work, and I'm a wrestling fan like everybody else. And I know other guys are just as much wrestling enthusiasts as I am. Guys like my two brothers, DDG, Dangerous Danny Garcia, shout out goes out to him, and Alex the Lone Wolf Thorne. And when we team up together, sometimes we talk about wrestling and all this other stuff. But there's another guy, and I've been a fan of his for almost close to like a little over a year and a half. And he's on YouTube, and he go by the name of Sean Views Entertainment. And I checked out a couple of his segments today, and what he says, I'm not saying if it's true or wrong, but he said a lot of interesting things. And what he's saying is pretty much what I'm saying right now. Right now, the WWE needs Vince McMahon. Not to run things, even though he ain't got that kind of power no more, but what a lot of people don't know, he's still one of their biggest shareholders. Okay, other than him, other than The Rock, other than TKO Entertainment, he got the last say so. Okay, keep in mind, this still is his company. Hell, I think the only way Vince will get his company back with the near foreseeable future, he might have to buy out TKO. In fact, he might have to buy them both. Another topic for another time. But if Vince was here right now, his first order of business, this is just my definition of what he will do. First of all, put Raw back on USA, right next to SmackDown where it belongs. Okay, which that makes a lot of sense. Two, we got Peacock. Hell, I'd rather for you guys to jack the price on Peacock even if it's just an extra $5 or whatever. That's cool. Because right now I think Peacock, because what I'm paying is like what, $10, $12 with tax. I don't mind paying that. That's nothing to me. But $29, $30, I'm hearing rumors it might be $35. No, that ain't going on. I ain't got nothing against ESPN. They never did anything wrong to me, just as well as Netflix. But y'all taking the brands that this company made for years and put it on another brand it's popular but not as popular as what they got. Vince McMahon said something a long time ago, and I'll never forget those words as long as I live. He said, nobody is bigger than the WWE. At first it didn't hit me, but then again I thought about it. As a wrestling fan, he's right. Vince might own the company to a certain criteria. Triple H might run it, and everybody else, and you might get rid of some superstars. Half of them deserve it, half of them don't deserve the league. But the point is, what he said made a lot of sense. Ain't nobody bigger than the WWE. And when you put these brands with ESPN and Netflix and all that and Peacock, y'all trying to make them bigger than the WWE, which technically they shouldn't. Okay, and I ain't got nothing against none of these shows. Again, they need to stay in their lane. And I hope, and again, shout out goes out to Vince and Kennedy McMahon. I hope you're watching this show right now. Vince, if you're watching DCN Network Presents Power Players, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this every time, brother. My advice, I can't tell Vinnie Mac any advice because he's stubborn. But I can understand the reason why. Vince, if you're watching this show right now, man, whatever you do, two things. I don't care how you do it. Put Raw back on USA. Hell, if it was up to me, I will either put it back on USA or put it on Fox. That's your best option. Me personally, it should be back on USA. Two, don't jack up the price, man. Don't. Because what's going to happen is, keep in mind, WWE, is probably one of the biggest wrestling promoters in the world, but don't forget, they're not the only ones. You still got TNA. Now, they were smart when WWE merged with TNA and they getting some of their free agents back and forth. That was smart. I give them credit on that. But you got TNA, you got Ring of Honor, and you got AEW. And I said this once before, if WWE don't get their stuff together, AEW is going to be the new WWE, whether you like it or not. Okay? And the way y'all got things organized, you're jacking up the price. You guys getting rid of talent that deserve to be there. Do me a favor. Put Meth Face in a box right now. Mm-hmm. That's okay, brother. That is okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Get the chance, Prince, put them in the box for me. But, yeah. But all the thing I'm saying is, I hope I hope some way, somehow, even if they did put it on ESPN, ain't nobody about to pay that kind of money. And the guy I was talking about that I saw on Sean's Views Entertainment, he said some interesting things, man. He said some interesting things. And the thing that he really said the most, when you put it on ESPN, y'all gonna have the WWE just as big as the Super Bowl. I don't think that's gonna work. And you want to know what? And in a way, I kind of agree with him. Okay, and then y'all planning stuff in 2026 ain't even here yet. All right, so again, if Vince watching this show right now, I don't know if he ever heard of my show, but he gonna hear about my show tonight. Vince, again, shout out goes out to Vinnie Mac, dude. You know, you the man. I got nothing but love and respect for you. Know, even though you've done some things, ain't nobody perfect. But when it come down to running your brand with that W on it, you know, I'm pretty sure, you know, you're gonna do what's best, not just for yourself, not just for your brand, but for your universe, man. This is your universe. I'm part of it. Okay, because jacking up the price right now, and the world ain't organized. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose money, man. Okay, so I don't know who came up with that idea. I don't know if Triple H came up with that idea. I don't know if the vice president or whoever came up with that idea from WWE. Again, my advice: y'all putting product before profit. It's not gonna work. Just like I got this meth head extraordinary making lies and giveaways, and it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. See this meth head right here? It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's trolling off my name, and it ain't gonna work. And for the next 1 minute, I want the world, especially to the old and new subscribers, that is extraordinary Milo, that is extraordinary DCN giveaway, and he has been trolling off of me for so long. So if I have any subscribers or moderators in here, I will very well appreciate it if you block this man. And again, shout out goes out to Methface. We can play this game all day long. You can keep trolling on my show, and I'm going to expose you to the world. But just remember one thing. I guarantee you, I personally guarantee you before the end of 2025, take my word for it, the whole world going to call you Meth Face. You don't believe me? What's that liquid is he pouring? What is that? What he doing, man? What's that he's pouring? Don't look like no water. Don't look like no Kool-Aid. I don't know what the hell he's pouring. It could be meth. So, just to let you know, and I guarantee you before the end of 2025, the world will call you Meth Face. What's he pouring, man? What he on? But yeah, you see him? You see that name? You see this logo that he stole, and he's breaking all YouTube fines? Block him. But getting back to this right now, I'm going to always be a WWE fan to the day I die. Always have, always will. Okay. I mean, I've been a fan since I was 12 years old. To this day, I still am a fan. I'm still going to buy their t-shirts. I'm still going to buy every game that WWE even made. Okay, and I got all of them. From the very first SmackDown on PlayStation 1 all the way up to 25 right now. I'm still, I'm still gonna probably later on in the future. I'm still gonna get another one of these. All right, that's how much of a fan I am. But the one thing I won't pay, I'm not about to pay overprice just to stay in the WWE universe. And again, this message goes out to Vince Kennedy McMahon, to the McMahon family, to the Triple H family, to everybody in the WWE family, in the WWE universe or whatever, man. Without us, the fans, this W don't even exist. It don't. And I hope Vince is watching this show right now. Do what's right. Not for the brand. You know, not for the company. And we all know ain't nobody bigger than ain't nobody bigger than the WWE. We already know that. Do what's right for the WWE universe. Do it for us. If anybody should be bigger than the WWE, it should be the universe itself. And I'm part of that universe. Because if you go in direction number 2 and overpricing everything, I'll tell you right now, just remember one thing. You're not the only wrestling company. I'm going to be a WWE fan till the day I die. I guarantee you that. But if y'all don't start making things right, my prediction, I'll say it once, I'll say it again, AEW is going to be the new WWE. Okay? I love Vince McMahon, but now I'm starting to I'm starting to like Tony Khan a little bit too. Okay? I mean, Tony Khan, Vince is an evil genius, but Tony Khan, he is a genius. And WWE don't see that. For every time, which I'm about to talk about talent right now, I'm about to end my show. For every time WWE loses a talent, AEW gets a one-up. For example, okay, Dean Ambrose, got rid of him. He used to be a part of the Shield. Now he go by the name of John Moxley and the Death Riders. John Moxley is the man over in AEW. Then you got rid of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Now, whose house? Swerve's house. Okay, Swerve is holding it down, believe it or not. All right. Then you got rid of Toni Storm. Now she's timeless Toni Storm. Tony Khan, he ain't no evil genius, but he is a genius. You don't see him splitting up the brands and all that. And then he's a smart genius. Okay. He ain't just got anybody over there. He got cats from Ring of Honor, TBS, you know, New Japan, you know, Luchador Wrestling. Okay, but he ain't splitting up brands. And I gotta give it to him. All right, Vince. If you're gonna be the undisputed king of the wrestling world, man, I'm not saying get your empire back, but you need, man, you need to let them know the reason why you Vince McMahon. Straight up. Fix this, man. No, for real, fix this. Because when 2026 come and I find out that WWE Network is on ESPN and I gotta pay $40, the closest thing WWE gonna get out of me, if it ain't a t-shirt, if it ain't a game, I'll never buy a pay. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll still watch wrestling. But as far as pay-per-view, y'all jack the price up on that, never again. Never again. Y'all got to make that happen, man. For real, straight up. That's just being honest. Alright. So we talked about that, you know. And let me give out birthday shout outs right quick before I end my show on my D's Word of the Night. Okay. But that need to be taken care of once and for all. This is your birthday month of August 11, 2025. Happy birthday from all of us from DCN Networks presents Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. My next question is, do I give out birthday shout-outs? Yes, I do. One, you have to sub to the show. Two, you leave in the comments as far as the day of or the day after. And three, if I see it in the comment, I'll give you a shout out live on DCN Networks presents Power Players. And keep in mind, as far as extraordinary DCN giveaways and all that, there are no, and I repeat, there are no giveaways on my show. Extraordinary DCN giveaway, Extraordinary Milo. He's probably one of the biggest trollers on here. That's the reason why I'm going to break my state of direction for a second. That's the reason why I expose his meth looking monkey ass. Alright. But again, this is more of an adult gaming show. Alright, if you have younger viewers, I apologize in advance. Get them out the room. Only time I do have a show for younger viewers, unless it's my family time Sunday, and that is rare and random because I work during the week. But if I happen to do a family time Sunday, the youngins, you know, from ages 12 and up, they can be a part of it. Mickey James said, if they're asked or not, I'm still off the app. They need to know that this is not okay, and what we do is not supported invasion of privacy. Again, shout out goes out to Mickey James. Listen, I don't know if you're a subscriber or not. If you are a subscriber, please sub to the show. Give me a thumbs up. And if you're already a subscriber, just say, you know, cool. If you already a subscriber, say cool. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and give me a thumbs up. All right, but Mickey James, I hear what you're saying, baby, straight up. And again, shout out goes out to Mickey James. But I just want to get this off my chest tonight as far as what's going on with the WWE. And you already a subscriber? Cool. Thank you so much. Well appreciated. You know, I'm about to check this out right now. Yup. We're going to go to my YouTube studio. Okay, so you already, okay, we're still at 991. So listen, to the 4 viewers that's watching the show right now, please sub to the show. Okay, we're less than 9 subscribers away to reach that 1,000 mark, because once we reach that 1,000 mark, this is what happens, okay? One, we're going to do a lot of upcoming things for the show. I wish I could tell it all in one night, but unfortunately I just got in from work. I got to get some rest. I got some errands to do tomorrow, but we are going to do some cool and craziest things. How to avoid giving YouTube your ID on August 13th. How to avoid giving your YouTube your ID on August 13th. First of all, I didn't give them my ID. Like I said, the troller just happened to, I don't know how he got it, but I don't, no, we'll have to talk about that later. But yeah, but just leave it. You know what you do? If you, okay, here's the thing. If you have, Mickey J, if you have any information that you want to share with me that's going to help make the show better, I have an email address. In fact, I will tell you the email address right now. It's pronounced Tiamat. That's TIAMAAT 2004 at yahoo.com. If it's some vital information that you want to share with me that's going to help improve this show, you can email me. Okay, I check my emails at the beginning and the end of the month. This is pretty much the beginning of the month, so I probably will check my email sometime this week. Leave it in the email. We'll leave some contact information so I can contact you back, whether through text or whatever, and we'll see what we can do. But again, I appreciate your concern, and I tell anybody. And again, happy birthday from all of us decent Power Players. Let me just get rid of this right quick, because I'm about to bring my little robot back out. Okay. Which I'm about to do right now. Okay. Little robot buddy, you're officially on break, because I'm about to punch you out in a second. Considering the fans that YouTube and Spotify are aren't even 18 platform to this decision make zero sense. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna make a long story short. I've been doing this. I've been doing this DCNF Presents Power Players a little over 10 years. Okay, and I tell this to anybody. You know, I have a life. Okay, I go to work every day. I have health issues. The point I'm trying to make is, if there was a way I could be on YouTube every day, I will. But because again, I do have a life, I have to balance everything out accordingly. I can't put 80% of my life on YouTube knowing there's things I have to do, because at the end of the day, Darnell comes first before YouTube. And I'm sorry if I have to be harsh like that, but that's the truth. I'll tell anybody, you know, whether it's a good show, bad show, leave in comments. Okay, I'm not perfect, but I try my best to do everything what's right. But what really pisses me off the most, I try to do a good, legitimate show for everybody to enjoy. And 1 minute we get subscribers, next minute people unsubscribe. That's their discretion, that's their choice. And then you got these meth head trollers on here that don't want to see you go to the top. But the point is, it doesn't matter. Sooner or later, keep in mind, I'm at 991 subscribers. I'm less than 9 subscribers away. Once this show finally hits that 1,000, it locks in. It locks in just like that. It locks in. When that happens, now I have to work on another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000. Okay, I'll be 60 years old in December. I'm probably one of the oldest gamers on the planet, and I enjoy doing what I do. And I've been saying this for years. Nobody cannot replicate, or duplicate what I do. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. Once this show finally do hit this 1,000, I told you I got a new catchphrase in 2025. It's called Strike Fast and Hit Hard. Mickey James said, I'm not using YouTube starting Wednesday. Even if I do get flagged, I don't want to support a platform invading our privacy like this. And you want to know what? And I understand how you feel. And this is another reason why I'm about to say this out to YouTube right now. YouTube, again, shout out goes out to the YouTube Corporation. Shout out goes out to the PlayStation community. Because right now, I'm running everything off the PlayStation. In case you know, so I'm running this camera, all this is I'm running off the PlayStation. Now, it's not like I have the funding where I could be in a recording studio where I can do more of what I need to do right now. And I'm working from the ground up, and it ain't easy. But here's the killer part. What happens if I do be one of the first persons on the PlayStation Network to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube? Then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna prove the world wrong. They're gonna be proven wrong by me. Okay? Because I'm about, like I said, I'm about to do the impossible possible. And I got a catchphrase like Star Trek to boldly go where no man has gone before. I'm about to do something that no man has never done before. Mickey James says how to avoid YouTube's IDs on August 13th and on full guide words on the night for Monday, August 11, 2025. For these words night. Listen, all I'm saying is, Mickey James, listen. When it comes down to this YouTube show, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't know all the guidelines. I don't know all the rules. I don't know all the regulations. But I do know one thing. I do know I have a limitation to what I do. I try to be neutral and fair to the audience, regardless of who it is. And you know, there's an old saying: if you don't like the show, hey, there's over 1 billion shows on YouTube. That you can always choose your discretion. But I do know one thing. There's only one DCNF Presents Power Players. And I try to be neutral and fair with everybody. Okay? Because, like I tell anybody, I answer to 3 forces on this broadcast. I answer to YouTube, I answer to PlayStation, and I answer to DCNF Presents Power Players. And if I don't hear that from them, I don't hear from nobody. I'm not saying you wrong. You know, you're making some good statements, and I gotta respect that. But I'm only one man. Okay, this show sooner or later it's gonna hit that 1,000, and then the world is gonna be in shock because now y'all gotta worry about what's happening if I hit that next 1,000. It's gonna happen. The Constitution says I have a right to freedom of speech. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm about the most realest YouTuber on here. Here's the best part. I'm not asking for not a dime. Okay? Then you go to some YouTube channels and, you know, they can do whatever they want. But here it is. You got a realist from Chicago, from the West Side, be 60 years old in December. And people can't understand that. Every time you accidentally something made for kids clear on what's on your history, baby. Like I said before, I say it again, and I'm gonna say this in front of the camera right now. This is more of an adult gaming show. All right, let me tell you how this show works. Mondays we have D's Word of the Night, and again, shout out goes out to Nadine. Maybe you don't know the schedule, but I'm gonna tell you the schedule for those are old and new subscribers. So pay close attention. Mondays are D's Word of the Night here in Chicago. Okay. I usually start this show between from 10 to midnight, but since I got home early, I did an early show because I want to talk about a segment is regarding to WWE. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I have either a morning, afternoon, or sometimes an evening show. And if I don't have that, I do gameplays on those shows. Okay? Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Happy Friday. It's a show as far as bringing new good topics on a Friday. My world's famous shout out Saturdays and updates. And of course, let's get to family. You really need to cancel this update. No. Now let me finish. Now you interrupt me. I wasn't finished. Now, since for those who may or may have children, I have a show called Family Time Sundays. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, those shows are at random. The reason why they're at random, because I work during the week. I work from Friday all the way up to Monday. To get a family time show from me is rare. And the only way I will do a family time Sunday, pay close attention, I'm about to do this. You need to listen. The only way I will do a family time Sunday for younger viewers, unless you put it in the comments. You put it in the comments, I see it the day before or the day after, and on my next show, I will scheduleize that and I will do a Family Time Sunday. Okay, I also do other shows like What's New. So if I bring something new to the show, I share that to everybody. Okay, what else? I also have a show called Remember Them. I pay homage to the deceased. Okay, you don't believe me? There's over 1 billion YouTube shows on here right now. You're not going to find one YouTube show that give out happy birthday shouts. You're not going to find one YouTube show that pay homage to the deceased. Hey, check my profile. Right now, I did over 720 videos from this YouTube show on this PlayStation camera. Done it. Done it. Hey, all this you seeing right now, I'm doing it from this. If it ain't from this, I'm doing it from this. Okay? And that's how you do things. You said, do you think it's just a mistake YouTube part, or do you think they will actually keep up with your ID up to 2 years? You want to know what? That's a very interesting question. I think what it is, it's a little bit of both. I think the problem with YouTube is, and again, I don't want to bust my bubble too hard, because keep in mind I'm under the umbrella. They got a good thing going on with the world as far as social media, as far as keeping up with everybody, but at the same time, it ain't organized. Okay, it's not organized. And what I mean by that, like for example, social media, you know, you got Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and all that, and they both got similars in common, but one thing in common, whether you broadcast and whether you're on social media, when the world is in your business, it's hard to get out of. But like, for example, like Facebook, you know, you do some stupid stuff on there, they put you in Facebook jail. I think YouTube, and this is just my ideal. These are just my ideal. These are my suggestions. I think what they need to do when it comes down to broadcasting on both sides, whether you a broadcaster or whether you a subscriber or whether you something like that, it should be certain limitations. Okay, for starters, you know, it should be certain guidelines. Even with myself, and I will admit that we all make mistakes. But when you got people that come in here that disrupt the show and don't show any respect towards the brand of YouTube or DCN Networks of Power Players or whatever the situation may be, and I'm talking about the trollers right now, I think, for me personally, what they need to do, if nothing else, I think everything needs to be changed. Profiles, you talk about profiles. It should be one profile. It should be one profile for whoever, whether if you're a subscriber, whether you're a broadcaster, or whatever. It should be one profile, period. 2, everything should be monitorized. 3, if we have trollers, okay, and they come in and doing what they doing now, okay, they the ones need to be more monitorized than anything. What they need to do, they need to ban them. Putting them in a timeout, it's not going to work. Reporting them, it's not going to work. Me personally, if I had it my way, I think trolling should be against the law. Okay, we call that cyberbullying. You don't believe me? Hey, the FBI tells you all the time. That's what it's called. It's called consists of cyberbullying. And guys like Extraordinary or whoever, that's what they're doing. I think trolling, not trying to change the subject, I think trolling should be against the law. It should be against the law. Okay, I think they should be able to have one account, and they get reported in so many times, their account should be frozen, or they should pay a fine. If it was up to me, we got trollers on the show, I would have it to the point they should pay a $5,000 fine or be banned for life. Maybe that'll stop it. Okay. Now, as far as people doing broadcasting, they should, like what I'm doing right now, they should explain what kind of show this is, which I'm about to explain to you now. DCN Networks presents Power Plays. This is a show that consists of anime. I'm a video game expert, gaming, especially video games, cosplay, you know, what's hot, what's not, pretty much everything going around the world. Politics is like 3% on my show. So get that out your head. Get it in your head right now. It's only 3% on my show. Again, this is more of an adult gaming show. My little warning label at the bottom speaks for itself. It says we need more subscribers and no trollers allowed. Thank you for supporting DCN for life. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Oh, and speaking of shows, I also have another show called State of Direction. State of Direction, which now, because I lost subscribers, I have to do another one between now and next week. But State of Direction is my own personal censorship of how I conduct myself with YouTube and the PlayStation community. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I know a few things about the PlayStation community. I'm still learning how YouTube does their things, but at the same time, it gets confusing, and I'm old, and I ain't trying to get confused too tough. So I came up with my own little segment called State of Direction. State of Direction is censorship on my side. That way, all three of us, YouTube, PlayStation, and DCN Networks, will be all on one state of accord. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I slip sometimes, but I'm gonna tell you, before I had State of Direction, believe me when I tell you this, my profanity was terrible. I will tell you to the world, my profanity sucked. It was terrible. It got to the point where, to be honest with you, I was off the air. And after I got off the air, 3 years later, I was going through health issues. Right now, I'm having issues with my heart. Another story for another time. So I'm like, I had to change all that around. So that's why I came up with a thing called State of Direction, so I can keep peace with YouTube and the PlayStation community. Think of it as me being an ally. All right. But as far as, do I think YouTube need to do their part? Yeah. Okay, because they need to be more organized as far as who doing what. If I'm doing something wrong, and I always say this on all my shows, whether if I'm doing a good show, a bad show, or whatever it is, if I'm doing something wrong, and I know for a fact that I'm doing something wrong, but at the same time, you're telling me the reason why, leave in comments. Okay, the two most important things about this show that's very important: subscribers and comments. I don't know if you don't tell me. I mean, you can tell it on the show, but once these cameras go off, you can leave in comments. I can read. If it's something you don't understand, leave in comments. If it's something you want to see on the show, leave in comments. If it's something that you want for me to do to make the show better, leave in comments. Okay? Right now, I'm losing subscribers. This goes out to the unsubscribers. I said this the last time on my show. You're going to unsubscribe, which thank God right now I really don't want you to, but if it does, old DCNF Presents Power Players comments. Tell me why. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Okay? But I try my best to be right. Okay? I'll work with you, but you guys got to work with me too. All right? Because, again, I'm the only realist on here. The only realist. There's a billion YouTube shows. Show me, send me a link, show me one show that gives out birthday shout-outs. Show me one show that gives you topics that's pretty much around the world. Show me one show that honors the deceased, whether they famous or infamous. Show me one. Okay? All right? And I'm just keeping it real. Okay? My little robot button, you come back out one more time. See this logo? That's mine. And again, I'll give a shout out to the Dangerous One himself, DDG, Dangerous Danny Garcia, and Alex the Lone Wolf Thorne. My two brothers made me that photo. When you see that, that represents me. That represents me all day long. And sooner or later, within the near foreseeable future, once this show finally do hits over $1,000, you know I love t-shirts. I'm going to do everything in my power to put that logo on my chest. And that's for future references. But again, another topic for another time. Little Robot Buddy, as of now, you're officially on break. Okay? I'm going to be the realest on here. I'm going to be. It's just a matter of when. Alright? We need more subscribers. Sooner or later. Look at my walls. Only got one picture on that wall. Just one. Okay? And that's me being in the newspaper. Another topic for another time. My goal, my vision, my quest, my journey, this show is going to hit 1,000 sooner or later. It ain't got to be on my time. And I was telling a friend of mine, and again, shout out goes out to the guru, Larry Leonard. It's going to be on God's time. I can't wait to hit that 1,000. Hell, I can't wait to hit that 500,000. I'd be excited as hell to hit that 1 million. I would love to have that silver or gold-plated YouTube play button on my wall. And I tell this before, I say it once, I'll say it again. If I win, we all win. Okay? I don't want to be like some of these YouTubers. Oh, it's all about me. It's all about this. It's all about that. It's all about the money. No, it's not. I've been saying this for years. I've been doing this show for a little over 11, if not 12 years, and I got over 700 videos to prove it. I think I put more time in on my off time than some of these guys do full time. Okay? And I'm walking around this place half dead, and yet I still show my love and my devotion to my subscribers. Okay, I keep it straight 100 and I keep it real. Okay, But the point is, it's not up to me. It's what the viewers want from me. Okay? You got some haters out there, I don't care, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to ride this show the way I want to ride it. All right? Like I said, DCNF presents Power Players. It ain't going to be just for life. No, it's going to be forever. All right? And that's just the way it is. But I can't do it alone. This is where you guys come in. It's important. And I always say on my show, especially if I got something cool, what do you want to see on the Spotty 09 show? All right? So again, shout out goes out to Nadine. Shout out goes out to Mickey James. Shout out goes out to the viewers that's watching this show. Shout out goes out to the 4 viewers that's watching this show right now. Okay? Because when that day come and I finally do get that plaque, whenever it does come, hey, y'all gonna be a part of it too. Look where I'm at. I'm in a 2.5 bedroom apartment on the doggone west side of Chicago. Probably one of the most dangerous cities in the world. And I'm running off of PlayStation equipment. Just imagine what happens when I get that plaque. I want to be one of the first YouTubers from the ground up to have my own video game podcast. You want to know who inspired me to do things like this? Guys like, and I'm pretty sure y'all may have heard of these guys on YouTube. Guys like Tyrone Magnus, people like Struggle Nation, the people in my city at Fox News Chicago. You know, the list goes on and on and on. Okay, and I love that. I can't do it alone. All right, you guys matter. Okay, because I'm telling you, when that day finally do come, and what's so funny, my friend was asking me the other day, so what happens when you hit that 1,000 mark? Oh, it's on. It's on. I'm gonna have a little get together. You're gonna see this camera. Who knows? I might have a little get together in my living room at my crib. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna act a damn fool. You know? I might buy me a case of Modelo, slam down some beers, get some pizza, whatever. But we gonna party. I get that million. Once I finally do hit that million, oh, believe me, I'm gonna televise this around the world. The world gonna know. Now I'm gonna let the world be in on my business. Okay, I have confidence because ain't nothing gonna stop me. Okay, everybody gonna realize the catchphrase in 2025: strike fast and hit hard. It's gonna happen. I can't say when, but I assure you it will. Okay, because, and I'm about to end this show, I got just as much right to be here on YouTube like everybody else. And sometimes people don't understand what I do because they don't leave in comments. There's an old saying, closed mouths don't get fed. Open your mouth, tell me the reason. What do you want to see? Something you don't understand. Let me know. Okay? Tell me, what is it that you don't understand? I don't have all the answers, but I assure you, all of us, we can find it together and we all can learn something. Okay? They say knowledge is power, man. And it is. And I'm just trying to share my knowledge, my imagination, my vision, my quest, my journey to the world. Okay? Because like I said before, I say it again, when I die, DCNF presents Power Players. It's going to live on forever. And I don't care who likes it or not. But I do care about the support, you know, the love, the appreciation, especially for those 991 that's still with me right now. I want the world to understand right now, I'm no Roman Reigns. Even though he is the ones, DCN Network presents Power Players, they will be the ones. I don't need your acknowledgement. I just need your appreciation. All that matters to me. Okay? Because at the end of the day, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, I don't want to get too biblical. God gonna always have the last word on DC and it presents power players. He's gonna always have the last word. I might be blessed with 991 tonight, or I might wake up tomorrow and hit that 1,000. Who knows? But I assure you, when it does, it's gonna happen on God's time. And when it does happen on God's time, the world gonna be like, what just happened? And all I'm gonna say is, like the Bible, this is the beginning. Straight up. Well, I've said enough. I'm about to do some gameplay, but leave in comments and tell me how would you guys feel as far as the direction with WWE. Is they going to go to ESPN and jack up the price, or they're going to try to find a way to save some money where everybody can enjoy it? Okay. And again, to all my viewers that's watching the show, thank you so very much. Don't forget, our state of direction will be between now and next week. If there's certain gameplays you want me to do, leave in comments. Already pre-order Mortal Kombat Collection. That should be coming out in December, but if it comes out sooner than that, I will do some exclusive gameplay on that. And don't forget, in October, I have a huge October show from the Anime Midwest Convention and a few other photos, so I want to share that with you guys too. So that will be my October show, so we got plenty of time for that. Well, that's it. Y'all know what I mean? Man, shout out goes out to the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. That's my boy. I love him to death. I'm out of here. I'm about to sit back. I might play me some WWE 2K25 or whatever. And again, let me give our final shout outs right quick. To the president and co-founder of DC Networks, present Power Players, Sean the Genius Harris at the Harrison headquarters on the south side of Chicago. Shout out goes out to you. Who else? To the guru, Larry Leonard at the Larry Leonard headquarters on the south side. Shout out goes out to you, to your sister, to your family, your friends, and everybody in your community. Shout out goes out to you. To Vicky Richmond, shout out goes out to you. Who else? To my West Side family, the Redmonds, shout out goes out to you guys. To my immediate family, Critness, Colognes, Johnsons, and Millsaps, shout out goes out to you. To my close friend, Margie Vallejo, love you. Shout out goes out to you. Who else? To Dion, you got the third on lock. When I come over there, you're going to update me. Shout out goes out to you. Who else? To Robbo, you owe me 4 dinners, man. We'll talk about that later. Shout out goes out to you, and we go from there. And again, we got this racist bastard. You know what? Hold that thought. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, trollers are like roaches. When one comes, 2 more coming in the dark. See what I'm saying? And that's what they do. First you got, it's just stupid. First you got Extraordinary, and then you got this Mark that been trolling me, a new troller called Pearson. People are subscribing, big boy. Let me ask you something, Pearson. Better yet, let's do one better. How many do you have on your show? I put it like this, I got more than what you got. So, let's leave it at that. You can say whatever you want, but I know one thing. I have more than what you have. How many subscribers you got on your show, Pearson? Oh, I just checked your profile. I got way more than you. That's what I'm talking about. See, they're haters. See, you got to understand. I know what it's like to lose. That give me all more the reason for me to win. All right? What's going to really what's going to really make you want to SHIT in your pants, and keep in mind I spelled it out, I'm being neutral. What happens if I do hit that? What are you going to do? What are you and your wrestling troller buddies going to do? Not a damn thing. So don't sit up here and troll on me and you ain't standing on SHIT. Straight up. Just remember, you look at your count and look at mine. Last time I checked, I still got over 900. You ain't even close to where I'm at. You ain't even close. So don't sit up here talking about me and you're not even close to what I got. Straight up. For real. Because that's all you guys is. Y'all haters. But that's okay though. You really not gonna stand me when it does happen. And trust me, it is gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. Like I told you, it's not on my time. I believe in karma, and this goes out to Pearson. I believe in karma, Pearson. When you do bad things, to people, bad things come back. So just remember one thing. I believe in karma, brother. The things you saying bad about me, it's going to come back at you. Here's the best part. You won't see it coming. I'm out of here, y'all. This is Darnell Crittenden from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later. And again, to the 4 viewers that's watching this show right now, I even appreciate just you guys stopping by. To the trollers, public service announcement go out to you guys. And I'm going to break my state of direction. Y'all ain't SHIT. Just remember, I believe in karma. The things you do bad to me, the worst is going to happen to you. And this is a learning tree lesson from DCN Networks Presents Power Plays. Remember, the things you do bad to me, the worst is going to happen to you. Don't be surprised you wake up the next day and you find yourself in hell. And I'm going to have a smile on my face because I'm not down there to be with your ass. Straight up. I'm out of here. Take care of yourself. Put God first. I'll see everybody later. Peace. Until next time, Chicago. Until next time, the world. This is Darnell Crittenden from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later. And later, it's raining here in Chicago. So if you're out, please be careful while going home. And I will do some more updates this week. And not to mention, put those guns down. The life you save may be your own. The bullet you spare might save somebody else. Please be safe. Take care of yourself.